What's going on, guys? It's Kyle. Welcome to the Stock Goat YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be covering the SoFi stock. We will be listening to some of the experts, their personal opinions that they had for SoFi after their earnings report. We will also be listening to a brief little interview Anthony Noto, the CEO, did, covering his earnings report and the direction that SoFi is headed. Understand we have some massive volatility coming up this week with CPI data. Also understand 30 days ago when the CPI data was released, stocks started to rally even after the terrible report. The Fed member Bullard had to come out and literally scare people talking about inflation to get people to sell for some reason. Understand the Fed wants to keep, the market as low as possible, especially until the rates start getting hiked. That's also happening in the next 10 days. So you have CPI data plus the rates potentially getting hiked all in the next 2 weeks. Volatility is going to be insane. You also have a third edition negative catalyst, which is war. This is, absolutely insane ups and downs inside of the stock market. Every rally is a sell the rip, but understand one day the rip will not be returning and people will FOMO chasing some of the higher quality plays. So yes, this is definitely a day trader's market. Anytime the market, has a stock going up 10%, all those gains are given up, the next 2 to 3 days. We've seen this time and time again, and now we are close to like all-time lows for a majority of stocks. So all you can really do is dollar cost average if you are a long-term investor by every 2 weeks. So you're getting 2 buying opportunities per month. Once again, be sure to smash this like button if you enjoyed the video, and be sure to drop a comment. What are your expectations for SoFi? And if you find any of this information useful, be sure to subscribe to the channel. We will be keeping you updated daily. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, we're going to start off with Dan Dolev, the Mizuho analyst. He's one of the analysts on Tip Ranks covering the SoFi stock. He did cut his price target, a couple of times. I believe he cut the price target for 2 specific reasons. One, to keep the stock as low as possible to continue to accumulating for his fund, and 2, because of the environment that we're in, a lot of multiples are getting crushed. I believe once the environment loosens up, potentially by the end of the year or something like that, even 2023, you'll see a lot of these multiples ramp back up and these price targets will continue to get raised. So let's hear what he had to say real quick.
Shares of SoFi popping up more than 14% after hours on the back of its earnings report that beat on the top and bottom lines. Company forecasting better than expected full-year guidance as well. Joining us now, Dan Dolev of Mizuho to talk about the quarter. Dan, what stands out to you in terms of the user growth numbers and anything that seems to be an indication of their path at becoming this kind of central one-and-all financial app?
Yeah, thanks for having me again. Look, this is not just a strong quarter. This is a very strong quarter. I've actually never seen something like that in the history of SoFi. So everything that we track, all these KPIs, products, members, products per member, they're accelerating, and they're accelerating at a faster pace than they've done in the past. So, they're firing on all cylinders. That's probably an understatement.
What gives you confidence, assuming you have it, that SoFi can emerge out of this huge group of companies, whether it's, Cash App, it's Robinhood, it's Coinbase, it's PayPal, of trying to become this hub for younger people's financial lives?
I think it's a great question. I think there's room for more than one company to succeed. And if you're thinking about what these companies that you mentioned, or most of them, are disrupting, they're disrupting an even bigger TAM of traditional banks, traditional asset managers, traditional brokerages. So there is so much room for growth. And each one of those companies, we like Robinhood too, we like Block Square, is coming at it from a slightly different angle. And SoFi is coming at it from the angle of having, allowing people to get a mortgage, to get a student loan. So by the way, the originations on student loans are up 50%.
All right, so basically what he is saying is, all the metrics are up. One of the strongest quarters they've ever seen, and also SoFi is the most diversified with multiple revenue streams, mortgages, stock trading, insurance, student loans. I mean, the list just goes on, and potentially options trading is going to be happening in the near future. That will be a massive revenue boost. So that is one analyst. And guys, just to know that he's not BSing you, pumping up this stock, take a look at what they're doing with Mizuho, their fund and portfolio. They own about 49 stocks, $2 billion worth. They just opened up 5 positions, closed 15 positions. And if we just scroll down, SoFi literally, they increased 339% of their position to $26 million. That's 1.6 million shares. Just to give you an understanding of how large of a position this is at $26 million. I mean, if they pull a triple, they'll be at about $75 million. Guys, that'll literally be a top 6 holding if SoFi pulls a triple for them. So that is insane, the position that they've been adding to. 339 increase in position. So Mizuho, Dan Dolev, he is for real. They are accumulating right now at these levels, and that's what everybody should be doing that believes in the company. We also have Josh Brown. He is one of the analysts on CNBC. He owns his own fund as well, I believe about $2 billion worth, so right around the same as Mizuho. And he's starting to get extremely bullish on SoFi after listening to the earnings conference call. And now that SoFi has a bank charter license, that's what he really talks about inside of this video. We're going to listen real quick.
SoFi gets under 10, I think that's it. You buy the snot out of it.
Ooh, it's not too.
He said, buy the snot out of it under 10. That's what I've been telling people, okay? We're at NAV prices from 16 months ago when we went public as a SPAC. So all the things that SoFi has accomplished in the past 16 months, and we have not got rewarded because of the environment that we're in, okay? We've never really absolutely broke out like some of these stocks that have, literally 10x like some of these cloud plays. We are at all-time lows, hovering around 7 to 8 billion market cap right now. 9 billion in assets, 700 plus million in cash, 1.5 billion in revenue, 50% revenue growth. Everything is there right now. This company just acquired a second company along with Galileo Technisys. We're looking extremely solid. He really likes the stock under $10.
It's enough.
I first bought it at $17, and I never owned a couple times.
I never owned it, but I'm going to tell you something. I listened to the conference call, Noto.
Yep.
They are. Yeah, no, he didn't listen. They are underplaying. They are underplaying the meaning of having their own bank charter.
Yeah.
But starting in May, they're no longer like sourcing loans. They're making loans.
Yeah.
Which I think they'll make double the amount of money on because it's their own capital.
Right. We actually had a little debate on Fast Money the other night because, when you think about the incumbents and all the costs associated with like writing a fucking loan, you know what I mean? Like just all the infrastructure, all the other stuff.
You need a lot of marble.
Yeah,
a lot
but
of
these
lobbies.
guys, if they're being able, like neobanks are really interesting to me because you get rid of all those legacy costs that it used to take do those things. And if no one's really serious about it, I know there's a handful of them, but I would put my money on him. I am putting my money on him. It sounds like you want to put your money on him. No. I actually think some big dumb incumbent's going to buy them. He's going to be the heir apparent.
That's my point. Listen to me. It's closed 1074.
It's not going to happen.
They had a great quarter. It's down 7% today for no reason. They added a record number of members in the fourth quarter. They added 520,000 members. And as stupid as the stadium thing looked.
Yeah, the marketing of the stadium was amazing. Guys, they're not acquiring these companies, going through all the stress to get acquired, okay? They're going to be the ones doing the acquiring in the near future, okay? They didn't put all this work in to get acquired at NAV prices 16 months ago, guys. I'm telling you right now, no one's going to acquire them unless the valuation is tripled from what it's at right now. And no one's going to pay that, okay? Anthony Noto and the management team is not going to accept a NAV price buyout, okay? Because that's going to be rolling over to these big legacy banks. They're going to have to continue to build the company up and become profitable, okay? And as you can see, looks like what Josh Brown is extremely bullish on is the bank charter license beginning to activate in Q2. They're going to become much more profitable company. Hopefully, we see a full quarter profitability by Q3. So that's two analysts extremely bullish on the SoFi stock, especially at these levels. The earnings, he said it as well, extremely solid. Blowout for Mizuho, and Josh Brown said the same thing. Now let's move over to the CEO.
A favorite with millennials also reported record new members in the quarter, gaining 523,000 for a total of 3.5 million SoFi customers. That's an 87% year-over-year gain. So is profitability around the corner, and what'll get them there? Let's bring in SoFi CEO.
You notice every single, bear, every single interview, every single analyst, everybody wants that profitability, guys. But you have to understand, SoFi is investing so much money into growth. That is the reason why we are not profitable at the minute. They're waiting for the inflection point for the growth to just surpass the profitability net income. And I'm telling you, it's going to happen soon. Even with investing, I believe, 70 cents on every dollar right now, they will become profitable with this bank charter license. So that is the big reason why this stock is definitely getting held down from the bears. Short interest is ridiculous. 1/5 of the company, 18 to 20% short, weekly now.
Anthony Noto. Anthony, great to have you. Not only is SoFi a one-stop shop platform for personal finance, you got your bank license approved in January. You need to start wearing a three-piece suit here, but you're a banker now too. But how many quarters before you start to see it really be accretive to your numbers?
Chris, our CFO, last night laid out this sort of trajectory and the impact of the bank, really impacting Q2 in the first instance in terms of the savings we have on our loans, as well as our ability to have lower cost of funding. In Q1, we did launch the bank, and we now offer a checking account with really an unprecedented interest rate. We're offering people 1% on their checking, no minimum balance, no restriction on your cash. We give you your paycheck 2 days early if you do direct deposit with us. In addition to that, no overdraft fees, no fees whatsoever. You can pay from your phone, your debit card. You can even do person-to-person payments. So it's all the flexibility you want with your cash, but we're giving you interest on top of it. And we're going to give the big banks, the traditional legacy banks, a run for their money, proverbially. So we'll start to see that add to our deposits and add to the growth of our checking and savings accounts in Q1. But the real economic benefit will come in Q2 and the rest of the year.
Boom, you guys heard it. Bank charter, Josh Brown, it's coming up in Q2. Anthony Noto, it's coming in Q2. They even had a wonderful quarter for Q4. The guidance, a little bit soft for Q1. That's because they're losing $35 million in revenue from student loan pause because of Biden and, the team. They will not unpause these student loans yet, and that is costing SoFi potentially $70 million every 6 months and also $50 million in EBITDA profitability. So guys, if you combine all of this stuff, the bank charter license, the student loans coming back, and also what I've been talking about on my Twitter a little bit, is potentially, options trading platform that's going to be, payment for order flow revenue stream. They're going to be having massive revenue jumps heading into 2023. We are looking extremely solid. And if you click the link in my comments section and deposit $100 into the SoFi Invest stock trading platform, they're going to hook you up with $25 in free stock. That could literally buy you a couple of shares of SoFi, so be sure to sign up. And if you made it to the end of the video, I want to say I really do appreciate it. I enjoy doing these videos for you. Of course, I don't want you guys to invest off my personal opinions. I've been talking about it for months. Be sure to do your due diligence. But you just heard it from two separate experts along with the CEO. Everything is going according to plan right now. They just got their bank charter license. It's going to be fully activated in Q2, and profitability is on the way very, very soon. So you just have to remain patient and dollar cost average. Once again, my name is Kyle. Hope you have a great day.